Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and I'm making this video for the moms who might be crying right now because of difficulties in breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is the best way to feed your baby. So this video is going to encourage you to stick with it. If you're watching this video, I know you're committed to it because you're trying it. But immediately, from the first time you feed your baby, there can be trouble. I've breastfed my 3 children, and I've researched this subject to be helpful to other moms my whole life. The #1 reason that breastfeeding can be unsuccessful for new mothers is the latch-on process. You may have heard about a deep latch. You need to have a deep latch. If you can teach your baby to properly latch on with a deep latch, it will not hurt you, and it'll be best for baby, and breastfeeding is going to go faster and smoother. Even with a deep latch method, you still can have dry, sore, and cracked nipples. And I'm going to address that too. Even though women were designed with the target for the baby to go for, which they instinctively do, they can miss it. So the #1 tip to get that baby to latch on is to pull down baby's chin as he's coming in for the target. As you're holding baby and cradling his head and sending him straight to the target, with one of the fingers holding his head or your other index finger, you have to pull that chin down. And that's going to open baby's mouth so that when it hits the target, it's right on with a wide open mouth. You want the lip out because baby can get his lip stuck in. And if baby does that, baby can rub the rough sandpaper tongue on your nipple, and that's going to hurt, crack it, dry it, and even make it bleed. By having baby's mouth fully open and planting him on you, instinctually he will suck and bring the whole areola in so he has the perfect amount of jaw action to get the milk out so baby can have a nice meal. The milk ducts need a wide area to extract the milk. Baby will be more satisfied because they can drink faster like that. It's not so frustrating for them or for you. The second tip is for mom to get rest while baby's eating. This is the one time things are quiet. Baby's content, you're content. You know your baby's getting the best nutrition on the planet. With my 3 kids, I've tried all the positions. The football hold is great for a newborn. Sometimes the cradle hold isn't enough support for their head, so you need to bring them in like a football and plant them down in the end zone. And many of the feedings during the day or the night, I enjoyed the lay down in bed and place my baby's head exactly in front of the feeding zone. And with my arm in my hand, I would line things up. And once I got the mouth open, it was plunge in. You need to be a little aggressive on the planting of the baby's mouth on your breast. And don't be afraid of that. You are teaching your baby one of the most important things in life, and that's how to eat. If baby doesn't latch on right the first time, you need to take your pinky and you need to put it into baby's mouth and release the suction before you pull him off. Because if you don't release that suction, he's going to take everything with him, and that's going to hurt. That is the trick. So keep your fingernails short when you do the release move. I was concerned about the amount of milk I had for my baby. I always fed on demand. I didn't use formula to supplement, even in the middle of the night, because that would affect my milk supply. I wanted to naturally have as much milk as I could. My goal was to breastfeed for a year. That can be tough. 3 months, 6 months is good, but a year was my goal. No matter how successful I was at breastfeeding my 3 kids, I still had phases where I would have sore nipples, cracked nipples, and bleeding nipples. If you're watching this video, you might be relating to that because it's almost inevitable that that's going to happen. And I'll tell you how distressing it is when you know your baby is going to have to drink some blood with his meal. It just hurts your heart. You feel so bad. You feel like it's your fault, but it's not. So stick with it. But to heal fast, I looked on the internet and I found a product I want to talk to you about because it's all natural, and I sure wish they had this when I was a young mom. I'm going to tell you about this product, and then I'm going to talk about mastitis and some other issues and diaper rash with baby. I found this company called Camwell on the internet that have all kinds of healing creams. This cream is called Simply Mama, and it's a soothing herbal formula. that cares for your nipples. It moisturizes raw and cracked nipples. It protects against infection that can lead to mastitis. And I know many of you watching this video might have mastitis right now. I've had it with every baby, and I'm going to talk about that too. But this cream will help prevent you from getting mastitis, which makes this cream incredibly important to have. Because mastitis is incredibly painful. It causes fevers. It's so hard to get through breastfeeding with a bout of mastitis. This cream also helps massage away any of your clogged milk ducts. It stimulates your milk production. It calms your skin that's irritated. It'll naturally exfoliate all the cracked pieces of skin, the dead skin, and it keeps your skin hydrated and healthy. After feeding baby, put a tiny dab of this. Look at that amount. That's all you need. This cream will last you so long. And you'll spread it in a very thin layer around each of your nipples after feeding. Keep it in your diaper bag, keep it by your bed, in your bedside drawer, on your counter, wherever you're feeding baby. It will feel good immediately after you apply it. What goes onto your skin and baby's skin really matters. This cream is hypoallergenic and contains no harsh chemicals, no artificial color, no artificial fragrance, and no added steroids. The ingredients are all natural. And before you feed your baby the next time, wash it off with lukewarm water because that will dissolve it away so that you have nothing against your skin and baby's mouth. I've made purchasing this really easy. The link is below in the description box, so click it. Let's talk about mastitis. Please comment of what's ailing you as a nursing mom. I was part of the Latch-On League. I'm very involved with encouraging young mothers to continue to breastfeed because it's just the best for you and your baby. I have a strong belief that all the formulas created by all those products, there's no way they can come close to what mom has in her for her baby. If you can get through the rough patches of breastfeeding, and this is going to help, then you're going to feel so much better and happier and out of pain to have the joys of motherhood and bonding with your baby. Motherhood is really tough. Your hours are going to be nuts. And this is one duty that you cannot offload to your husband. Get him to do the diapers, if you're lucky. Breastfeeding is an activity that's going to build patience. It's good for your character. And it's good for baby to learn that with you. At times, it's going to be so inconvenient, and I feel for you because I went through this. I'm a really active person, have really big careers, but I had to settle down and be a mom and feed my babies. And over time, you get used to that and you learn to love it. But it doesn't come like that just because you've had your baby. All of this you need to learn, and you can. You've just produced a baby. That's a miracle. And here you are watching this video, learning more about it. What a good mom you are. I'm going to show some pictures of what mastitis looks like so you can identify it, so you're not confused and say, what is going on with me? And at the first signs of mastitis, call your doctor. You want to get in and out of that ailment as fast as you can. It is so painful. The telltale sign you have mastitis is red lines going across your breast. They can go underneath, they can go from the middle, from the top. In the description box below, I'm going to put some information about mastitis so you can read that. Typically, mastitis is accompanied with a low-grade fever, even up to 102, but you have to feed your baby through it. And it hurts. You are so tender, you are so sore. You might cry while you feed your baby, but still get through it. It will only last a day, maybe two, especially with quick medical help. That's why it's important to call your doctor right away. Many young mothers give up with breastfeeding once they get a mastitis attack. Don't do it. It's just a day or two you have to get through. One of my children, I had 2 bouts of mastitis. It was heartbreaking because all you want to do is keep your baby healthy. And you've chosen to breastfeed because you understand how good that is for your baby. So keep going. Write me. I will write you back. I check my comments every day. You can do it. I also want to talk about diaper rash. Every baby gets diaper rash out of all the prevention you do. So your baby doesn't get diaper rash, which is tons of diaper changes. Every time they go number 1, number 2, you're on it. But sometimes the number 1 you don't even know because those diapers today are so good. So Camel came up with a great diaper rash cream. When you squeeze out a little more quantity, obviously, than you did for your nipple area. And spread it around. And see the consistency, it's very thin. It's not sticky and thick like some of the other methods out there. This is lovely and very thin and not waxy. It's a gentle protective cream for your baby. And if you want to just use it when they get their diaper rash, that's okay too. This cream soothes and protects baby's delicate skin without any harsh chemicals. It has a great combination that's powerful of 4 antibacterial and antimicrobial herbs. Simply Baby is a botanical cream, no steroids and paraben-free, which is something hard to find out at the drugstore. It will relieve itch and pain, it calms inflammation, and protects against infection. And if that diaper rash has progressed, it helps heal those spots. And you put it everywhere your baby needs it. With only the amount the size of a pea, you use it twice a day. That's why it lasts a long time. In the description box, you can click the link to get this too, and they ship it right to your door, is where you need it. How often do you get out shopping these days? Probably not much. I hope this video might have helped you as a new mom. Comment and let me know what kind of topics you want me to cover, because as a mom of 3 kids that are now grown, I've spent their lifetimes trying to be the best mom I can. And I know you're on your way of being a great mom too. Just by watching this video, no, you're showing great care in studying everything you can do to raise a healthy, happy, well-fed child. Subscribe to my channel and let's keep making great videos about life. And ring my bell to get notified of my new videos.